Hello, young man. I'm glad you're here to learn about the value of conflict management and how to remain calm under pressure. You see, in my line of work, I've had to deal with my fair share of intense situations, and I've learned a thing or two about how to navigate them effectively. First and foremost, it's essential to understand that conflicts are an inevitable part of life. Whether it's a disagreement with a friend, a family member, or even a villainous nemesis, conflicts will arise, and it's how we handle them that matters. Now, I'm not saying it's always easy, but with practice and patience, you can develop the skills necessary to manage conflicts in a constructive and respectful manner. One of the most critical aspects of conflict management is active listening. When we're in the midst of a heated argument, it's easy to get caught up in our own emotions and stop listening to the other person. But this is precisely when we need to listen most. By truly hearing what the other person has to say, we can begin to understand their perspective and find common ground. This doesn't mean we have to agree with them, but rather that we're willing to consider their viewpoint and work together to find a resolution. Another crucial element is remaining calm under pressure. When we're faced with a difficult situation, our natural instinct is often to react impulsively, which can escalate the conflict. However, by taking a step back, breathing deeply, and composing ourselves, we can respond more thoughtfully and avoid making things worse. This is where self-awareness comes in, being able to recognize our emotions and manage them in a way that allows us to stay focused and level-headed. In my experience, one of the most effective ways to manage conflicts is to focus on finding a solution rather than winning the argument. When we're more concerned with being right than with resolving the issue, we can create more problems than we solve. By shifting our focus to finding a silent, mutually beneficial solution, we can work together to create a more harmonious and respectful environment. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what about when the other person is being unreasonable or unwilling to listen? This is where assertive communication comes in. Being assertive means standing up for ourselves and our needs while still respecting the other person's perspective. It's not about being aggressive or passive. It's about being clear, direct, and respectful. By using I statements instead of you statements, we can express our feelings and needs without placing blame or becoming confrontational. In addition to these skills, it's also essential to develop emotional intelligence. This involves being able to recognize and understand our emotions, as well as those of others. By being more empathetic and understanding, we can build stronger relationships and navigate conflicts more effectively. Emotional intelligence also helps us to recognize when we're getting too emotional or reactive, allowing us to take a step back and reassess the situation. As I've navigated the complex world of crime fighting, I've come to realize that conflicts can be opportunities for growth and learning. By approaching conflicts with an open mind and a willingness to listen, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. We can develop new skills, build stronger relationships, and become more compassionate and empathetic individuals. But I must emphasize that conflict management is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. It takes practice, patience, and dedication to develop the skills necessary to navigate conflicts effectively. It's not always easy, and there will be times when we stumble or make mistakes. However, by being committed to learning and growing, we can become more proficient in managing conflicts and creating a more harmonious and respectful environment. In my line of work, I've had to deal with some of the most challenging and complex conflicts imaginable, from battling villains like the Joker to navigating the intricate web of alliances and rivalries. In the superhero community, I've learned that conflict management is an essential tool for success. By staying calm under pressure, listening actively, and focusing on finding solutions, I've been able to navigate even the most treacherous situations. And I must say, it's not just about me. It's about the people around me. By being a calm and composed leader, I can inspire others to do the same. I can create an environment where people feel safe, respected, and valued. And by working together, we can achieve far more than we could alone. In conclusion, the value of conflict management cannot be overstated. By developing the skills necessary to navigate conflicts effectively, we can build stronger relationships, create a more harmonious and respectful environment, and achieve our goals more efficiently. It's not always easy, but with practice, patience, and dedication, we can become more proficient in managing conflicts and creating a better world for ourselves and those around us. And remember, conflict management is a skill that can be learned and developed over time. It's not something that comes naturally to everyone, but with effort and commitment, anyone can become more effective at managing conflicts. So, don't be discouraged if you struggle at first. Keep working at it, and you'll see improvement over time. As you continue on your journey, I want to leave you with a few final thoughts. Conflict management is not a destination. It's a journey. It's a continuous process of learning, growing, and adapting. By staying open-minded, empathetic, and committed to finding solutions, you can navigate even the most challenging conflicts with confidence and poise. And as you face your own conflicts and challenges, remember that you're not alone. There are people around you who care about you and want to help. Don't be afraid to reach out, ask for advice, or seek support when you need it. And most importantly, don't be too proud to apologize or admit when you're wrong. This is where true growth and learning begin. And if you feel this talk helpful, don't forget like and subscribe. And if you want to be a more grateful person, you can donate on the Patreon account. Link on description. See you soon, friend.